As the pterosaurs flew through the skies, looking at the famous dinosaurs of the late Cretaceous, such as the T-Rex, Ankylosaurus, Triceratops, and etc., they missed one of the more particular kinds of creatures that were getting their roots, such as the subject of this video, the family of the Protostegadae. And without further ado, roll the intro. The family of Protostegadae has a lot of interesting members, so we shall start from where the family gets its name, that being the turtle named Protostega. Protostega, which grew to the size about 3.5 meters long from head to tail, also had, unlike other turtles, which have a dome-like bone-infused shell, had a shell reminiscent of a widely spread out roof. This made Protostega way less defensively efficient, but made it a lot lighter, enabling it to go faster than the average turtle. These turtles had for heads very strong jaws, enabling them to crack open nautilus shells. The behavior and diet of Protostega was pretty similar to modern-day leatherback turtles. They laid eggs on beaches, even though the size and the weight of Protostega was enormous, being measured around 1 ton. They still managed to lay eggs on beaches even of this fact, and implemented one of the same strategies of modern-day turtles of laying a lot of eggs and betting that a couple would make it to the water and survive till adulthood. The diet of Protostega was usually slow-moving mollusks and jellyfish, as well as nautiluses. The subsequent extinction of this turtle happened for multiple reasons, mainly the amount of eggs being snatched by predators on land, but also habitat change and the amount of food needed for this behemoth to survive, because in modern day situations, leatherback turtles need a lot of space only for themselves to sustain themselves. The member or genus Archelon was the largest part of the family of Protostegadae, which in fact was the largest turtle that ever lived on this planet, which grew to the size of 4 meters or to the maximum length of about 4.6 meters from head to tail. The fossils of this turtle can be found in South Dakota and Wyoming, the United States. Archelon, as well as its other family members of the family Protostegadae, had the same type of shell. Instead of an infused dome made out of bones like that of modern-day turtles, it had bony struts that were in fact its ribs, and at the top of the struts layer of carapace. This made the shell have a neutral buoyancy to it, meaning that the animal adapted itself not to float to the surface or to sink. This adaptation happened due to the nature of the giant needing to follow where the food was at, being that either on the surface or much deeper. In terms of the habitat of Protostegadae, they lived during the same time as superpredators such as Stylosaurus and sharks like Cretocenia roamed these seas. And subsequently researchers found bite marks left on other Protostegadae shells, indicating that they indeed were feasted on by some predators. Okay guys, I'm kinda gonna be cheating here, but this video is about giant turtles, so I wanted to include something other than Protostegadae. So I'm going to include Carbonemys, which lived around 60 to 57 million years ago. It was a giant turtle that measured around 3 meters long from head to tail, and it lived primarily in South America, usually in swamps. This turtle is fascinating due to the interesting diet being sometimes small crocodiles, which is kind of funny to actualize and imagine. But as well as other Paleocene mammals, this turtle also lived during the same time as the famous Titanaboa, the largest snake to ever exist, measuring to about 12.8 meters long from head to tail. Nonetheless, the turtle was part of a mysterious chapter in Earth's history, which is lightly researched, because a question that is still unanswerable. Why were reptiles so dominant in the early Paleozoic? Most researchers suggest that it was because of the warm climate, though there are reasons to disprove this theory, such as many fossils of Pampelonodians, which are a group of giant turtles, lived during a colder period. I'll end this off with a quote of a paleontologist that helped excavate Carbonemys. We had recovered smaller turtle species from the site, but after spending about 4 days working on uncovering the shell, I realized that this particular turtle was the biggest anyone has found in this area from this time period, and it gave us the first evidence of gigantism in freshwater turtles, Cadena says. That is all, guys. I hope you liked the video, and as always, have a good day.